southbound after Lejeune Road. We have some stop-and-go traffic beginning at 95 due to an accident blocking one lane.
Yeah, put it on.
That's your South Florida traffic.
For the best Christian talk and teaching, stay right here on 50,000 watts, 1080 The Answer. Hi, everybody. I'm Pastor Ricky Galinar from Vida Nueva Christian Ministry. You're listening to WHIM, Coral Gables, Miami, Fort Lauderdale.
Welcome to Life Changers, sponsored by the Miami Rescue Mission and Broward Outreach Centers, where caring for the needy, feeding the hungry, and changing lives happens every day. Life Changers seeks to highlight people, organizations, and ministries who, with God's help, are helping others change their lives for the better, as well as focusing on stories of lives that have been changed. Now here is your host for Life Changers, Casey Angel.
Good afternoon, South Florida, and welcome to Life Changers, brought to you by your Miami Rescue Mission and Broward Outreach Centers, where we are feeding the hungry, caring for the poor, and changing lives every day. Thank you so much for joining us on this great Wednesday afternoon here in South Florida. My name's Casey Angel. I'm in charge of communications here at the 3 centers for the Miami Rescue Mission and Broward Outreach Centers in Miami, Hollywood, and Pompano Beach. And let me tell you, every single time that I come on here on Life Changers, we talk about all the good that is going on in our community, all about the great things. We kind of steer away from the doom and gloom sort of news that you get to hear about each and every day. But we get to talk about all of those people that are doing such a great job in the community, really dedicating themselves to changing lives of other human beings, people who really need it the most. And then what we're able to hear from at the end of each episode of Life Changers is we're able to hear from those lives that are being changed, those testimonies of the men and women whose life has gone from darkness to sunshine, from those times when they were hopeless to hope-filled. And that's really the most exciting thing that I can really think of here at my job, what I'm able to do, what those people. But let me tell you, we've got a great episode coming up. We have so many great Life Changers here right on Life Changers, so stick around right here on 1080 AM, The Answer. Even though centers give hungry and homeless people the food that they crave, they are able to find out about our life-changing programs. Call 1-800-817-HOPE to get involved today. Welcome back, and thank you for sticking around with us. I'm Casey Angel, Communications Manager of the Miami Rescue Mission and Broward Outreach Centers. In today's studio, we're joined by a very special guest. Sometimes on our programs, we like to highlight the great volunteers that make us really worthwhile and all those people that are doing so much. And today we have a great volunteer in studio. Rafael, I wanted to thank you so much for joining us.
No problem, thank you.
Well, what I wanted to ask you first and foremost is what really brought you to the Miami Rescue Mission?
Every time I see some homeless people, I like to help them, because I'm thinking, imagine if that was me being homeless and nobody will help me. So I like to help homeless people. I donated clothes, food, money, like over the years, about 10 grand, everything together.
That's wonderful. That's such a great sentiment where you're able to kind of put yourself in their shoes and think about what if that was me. So let me ask you, what kind of volunteer things have you been doing here at the Miami Rescue Mission?
I've been donating clothes. I was here also at the Christmas, New Year's here. Mm-hmm. I was in the stage. I was talking also, and I also met the President Ron also.
That's wonderful. Yeah. That's great that you're doing so much. Now, let me ask you, since you have such a first-hand knowledge of how it is to help those in the greatest of need, what kind of advice would you give somebody if they were thinking about helping out the homeless?
I'll give an advice. Imagine if that was you. Nobody will have helped you. How will you feel? That's why I say sometimes, instead of wasting the money on something, not good, you could waste it in helping people, buying clothes, give it to them, because you see people sleeping on the street with nasty clothes, not good. Give them nice new clothes, help them out, give them some food, drinks, so they can enjoy their day. They might not have a nice house like you, but at least they will have good life, nice clothes, food, everything. Help them out.
That's wonderful. That's great to be able to provide those little comforts that they have on a day-to-day basis. Now, we were talking off-air a little bit about your personal life and what you do on a day-to-day basis. So what kind of things do you want to let our listening audience know a little bit about what you do?
I'm an actor on MTV. I was also on the movie The Fighter in theaters. And every Friday at 10 p.m. you can see me on The Real World. I'm there, and I also sing music. Me and my girl Angel, we sing our first music video, came out in 5 days already, 31,000 views.
That's wonderful. Well, what kind of music do you have, and how is the easiest way for people to be able to listen to your music?
I sing hip-hop, the music called After the Storm. You can type on YouTube or on Google, Rafael, After the Storm, and you can see it right there. Or just go to my website, www.rafael.com. www.ronrafael.com.
That's wonderful. Well, you're doing so much. So how does being able to help out the homeless, we're going to bring it back to the first part, is how does being able to help out the homeless kind of put life into perspective, because you do have successes in movies and music and theaters and things like that?
I'm telling myself, if I'll help others, God will help me too. That's why I like to help other people, and I want God to help me make my life also successful. Like, I'm putting my time and effort in helping others. I'm like 24 hours thinking how I can help other people. You know, people do drugs, how can I talk to them? People do dumb things, how can I talk and help them? So I'm putting my time in helping them, and then I'm telling God, thank you too for helping me. And He helps me a lot with the music and acting and modeling, everything. I already have like 300,000 followers on Twitter.
That's awesome. That's great. Well, it's wonderful to hear about how you're helping people and how you've really been blessed yourself by so many successes. And it's just wonderful to hear. Ron Rafael, thank you so much for joining us today.
Thank you so much. You too.
My name is Patricia. I've been through everything with